Hello everyone, and welcome to my B&B Gossips update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Eric upset that Bill used his designs, or is he drawn back to Logan? Spoilers for the bold and the beautiful reveal that Eric Forrester wished to discipline his son. However, this plotline regarding family fashion conflict did not conclude with Ridge Forrester's apology and acceptance of it. Rather, it was just the end of a chapter. Ridge's abrupt retirement of his father profoundly wounded Eric. Despite having good intentions, Ridge failed to take Eric's viewpoint into account. This plot was forced to take place because Logan Forrester accompanied her husband. On the day his wife deliberately disclosed that Eric was her secret lead designer, Bill Spencer witnessed the consequences at the Forrester mansion. Katie Logan Spencer took great pleasure in correcting her patronizing elder sister. Ridge is FC's co-head. Eric wants both of his family members to run the company in the 21st century, therefore Steffi Forrester Finnegan is his co-head. Steffi bears some, but not much, of the culpability for not anticipating what Bill is about to do. He informed Katie that since they had paid Eric for his drawings, Logan was the rightful owner. Though reluctant to proceed, Katie concurred with her rekindled husband that Logan needed that shock to get off the ground. Therefore, it seems that the world will soon see the impassioned designs Eric developed for the emerging fashion brand Katie named Logan, as fans have seen in teaser sequences. Bill wants Logan to get off to a fast start. Therefore, it was a huge coup for a shrewd businessman like Bill to have Eric agree to teach Katie, and eventually be her primary designer. Bill supported Eric's reconciliation with Ridge. However, he kept his focus on the ball. Diamant's character was informed by Katie that she wanted his dollar bill persona to stay a part of him. Liam Spencer noticed, questioned, and ultimately agreed to wear the sword necklace again as part of his father's comeback after she instructed him to do so. A different perspective on Dollar Bill's comeback is that he has Dollar Katie by his side. Together, they want to make a statement with Logan and not be the niche business that Ridge and Brooke foolishly and dismissively believe it can only be. Eric asserted the authority of his family. He made the decision to work for Katie instead of FC. Then, he made the decision to go back to the business he co-founded with Stephanie Forrester, his renowned late wife. But if someone disputes Bill and Katie's usage of his drawings, it must be a legal matter. Katie needs that work to make her fashion house's launch spectacular, and Eric won't be able to play the family card with Bill. If Eric follows his heart and remains at FC, it will be interesting to watch. He might let Logan keep the designs, although doing so might require going to court. Alternatively, if he and Ridge have another falling out, he could always go back to Logan. Bravo to the writing crew for not short-circuiting this fashion dispute as looked plausible, but instead for just pausing it. In this version of Los Angeles, California, fans of daytime knew to wait patiently for more to come. Ivy's cruelty, Steffi's error, and Katie's crisis. Spoilers for the next 2 weeks of the bold and the beautiful point to some unexpected developments. Katie Logan Spencer is in a crisis to start. Melissa Dillon is hired by Steffi Forrester Finnegan. In addition, Ivy Forrester keeps dominating Electra Forrester's life. Find out what will happen next in the CBS soap drama by reading on. Let's discuss the upcoming events before moving on to the weekers. Fans will witness Steffi calling Dillon into the workplace. Fans remember that Electra, and Will Spencer informed Steffi of Dillon's predicament some time ago. Although Steffi was sympathetic, she was unable to offer her a job at the moment. It appears that things are different now. Dillon is called in by Steffi, who has a position for her. Naturally, Will isn't the only reason for this. Dillon used to instruct Hayes Forrester Finnegan in art. Because Hayes loves Dillon so much, she wants to assist. Electra will lose it when she learns that Dillon is now employed at Forrester Creations. Every time Electra sees Dillon, she will be reminded of what has transpired. Additionally, Dillon and Will are working too closely. Will could think that this will enable Dillon to purchase a place of her own. But Ivy will be there to remind Electra of all the mistakes Will has made. Daphne Rose will still be threatened by Ivy. But I wonder if Carter Walton or Steffi would think she's hiding something. What else might be anticipated? According to Bill Spencer, they are utilizing drawings created by Eric Forrester. Then, at the conclusion of the week, Logan Forrester and Ridge Forrester interrupt Bill and Katie's news appearance. According to spoilers for the upcoming week of The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi may come to realize what a grave error she has committed. Steffi may give away that Dylan is a skilled stalker and manipulator. The impending conflict between Will and RJ Forrester is another. Will said he would hit RJ, but he didn't want to lose his job. Will may therefore launch an attack shortly. That may be when Ivy's horrible truth is revealed. Elektra will feel betrayed and manipulated by yet another person she trusted. Ivy's relationship with her niece might be destroyed as a result. What transpires with Katie's fashion firm is another. Logan's runway performance will go down in history. According to spoilers for next week's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Logan, with or without Eric Forrester, will make its formal debut in the fashion industry. However, the models will be dressed in Forrester originals bearing the names of Katie Logan and Bill Spencer. Viewers of Bold and Beautiful won't want to miss this fashion show. For all the information, continue reading. Although Eric Forrester stopped creating for Logan, his designs are still in the possession of Bill and Katie. Spoilers for Bold and Beautiful indicate that Katie Spencer's husband will demand that they own Eric's designs and proceed with a runway display. It goes without saying that some of Eric's secret contacts with Katie and Bill took place off camera. In reality, we never witnessed Katie and the Forrester patriarch signing any contracts or talking about getting paid for his labor. Therefore, it's a little confusing that Bill believes they are Logan's. In any case, he is making great progress with Logan's runway presentation, and drama will undoubtedly follow. There's a new name in Los Angeles fashion. Logan. Bill declares as he takes the stage in a new trailer for Bold and Beautiful. Katie Spencer's husband quickly assures her that Eric's creations are hers, and that she has every right to present them on the runway, despite the fact that the film also shows her growing guilty. According to B&B spoilers, when Eric Forrester's designs are mistaken for Logan's, Rich Forrester and his family will lose it. Rich may even attend and ruin the event. If Rich and his old nemesis Bill don't fight before the end of the week, it will be a miracle. Bill and Katie turn down an olive branch. Things with Brooke and Rich have not been well since Bill handed Katie a new fashion house as a wedding gift. When it was revealed that Eric was Katie's designer, they got into a heated argument over the name Logan. These sisters have always supported one another. But things aren't going well between Katie and Brooke at the moment. Elektra started to feel uneasy about how much time Will was spending with Dylan. Ivy's meddling merely increased the stress, which finally caused Elektra to break up with Will. Elektra was unable to focus on her work at the office and eventually confided in RJ, telling him everything that had transpired. Elektra and RJ shared a kiss as the poignant chat pushed them closer. Dylan, meanwhile, was aware of Will's abrupt single status. She acknowledged that she felt bad about the breakup, but Will claimed that she wasn't to blame, pointing out that Elektra had kissed RJ first. Before Will could protest, she leaned in and planted a kiss on him after Dylan recommended they do so to make amends. In other news, Daphne started to suspect that Ivy was controlling Elektra's romantic life. Daphne made it a point to make friends with Elektra at work after noticing the warning signs. Taylor would be horrified by Sheila's startling revelation. When Sheila confronted Taylor in her office and revealed the specifics of her sexual encounter with Deacon, she gave cringeworthy TMI. However, there might have been much more going on in these events than first appeared, and if so, the potential consequences are very terrifying. During Sheila and Taylor's talk, there was a single seemingly insignificant statement that could be the key to the huge twist. Sheila explained that she had spoken to a waitress at the restaurant who had witnessed them together in order to find out if Taylor had counseled Deacon once more. Alright, what the waiter informed the madwoman might prove to be considerably more significant than we first believed, since Deacon and Taylor did little to conceal the genuine nature of their relationship throughout the interaction, and they practically lip-locked in front of everyone. We are all aware of Sheila's cunning and paranoia. She would have quickly started to figure out what was going on if the guy had even hinted at how serious their chat was. Not that there haven't been numerous other indications that Deacon and Taylor are dating. After all, he was rejecting Sheila's attempts at intimacy, while spending a ton of time with the world-renowned psychiatrist TM, including going to night sessions. Sheila lurks and eavesdrops at Olympic levels, so who knows what else she might have seen or heard. Sheila told Lee that she would kill someone if Taylor and Deacon ever crossed the line, so it's not like she hadn't already considered the possibility. What's the big twist, then? What if Sheila had already discovered that she and Deacon were in love before going to Taylor's office? What if they twisted the knife with their ranting about making love? What if Taylor was begging to continue seeing Deacon in order to give them more time? What if the part about "we're in this marriage together" and the hugs were intended to increase guilt in the hopes that Taylor would back down? What if she was attempting to make Taylor feel guilty and gaslight? Although it didn't seem that way, Sheila has been so calm about her husband avoiding and abandoning her that it's actually quite unsettling. She is too composed, too happy and talkative. It's raising red flags. As we stated in the title, Taylor would be in complete shock if she finds out that Sheila is already aware of her and Deacon, and has been playing with her like a cat games with its prey before coming in for the kill. Is Sheila still unaware of the impending megatwist, in your opinion? After the revelation of the letter theft, Elektra demands that Ivy leave Australia and disowns her aunt. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Elektra and Ivy Forrester's close relationship will take a serious hit. It's only a matter of time until Ivy pays the price for her recent major transgression. When Ivy stuck her nose in the wrong place at the beach house, it was already a terrible situation. Ivy gave Melissa Dillon the order to leave town after spying on Will Spencer. Ivy told Elektra what she saw when that plan didn't turn out the way she had hoped. Naturally, Ivy gave the impression that Dillon and Will were playing around behind Elektra's back, even if that wasn't actually the case. Since Ivy took the letter Elektra prepared for Will, she is now using even more deceit. Ivy made the decision to steal the letter and ruin everything since Elektra was certain that it would make all the difference and persuade Will to expel Dillon. In the upcoming episodes, Ivy will continue to use dirty techniques. So what will happen when her strategy is revealed? After seeing Ivy's dubious actions, Daphne Rose might undoubtedly have an impact on it. In any case, when Elektra discovers that Ivy is attempting to manipulate her life, she will become enraged. Although Ivy believes she is watching out for Elektra, she has no right to interfere in Elektra's relationships to such an extent. Elektra will become closer to R.J. Forrester as a result of Ivy's cunning actions, while Will turn to Dillon for solace. To put it another way, Ivy is making decisions that will change everyone's lives, since she will be the catalyst for the formation of new partnerships. According to B&B teasers, Elektra might attack Ivy with all of her might if her scheme is revealed. Elektra might even force Ivy to leave Los Angeles, because this could lead to a serious gap between the aunt and her niece. Elektra may announce that she is no longer able to collaborate with Ivy on this jewelry collection, at least not in person at the Forrester office in Los Angeles. It's possible that Elektra will insist that Ivy return to Australia and reject her for everything she did to ruin her world. It's possible that Ivy may return to Australia while Elektra cools off because Ashley Brewer is actually pregnant and will eventually need to take maternity leave. Don't miss what's in store for Ivy and Elektra's relationship, according to Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful.